Hello, everybody. I hope all of you are doing very well. Welcome to the Real Astrology 1123. This is going to be the month ahead general, reading, if you will, for all signs for March of 2022. Remember, this is general, okay? So, take what applies to you, and if it doesn't, leave it. Right? If you are looking for a personal reading, if you are looking for a personal astrology consultation, please get in touch with me. The email is in the description box. I do birth chart, solar returns, compatibility, vocation or career, as you would call it, and year ahead. All of these would be specifically based on your birth details, your date of birth, your time of birth, city and state of birth, so on and so forth. So those will be very specific to you. Do get in touch with me. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. Having said all of that, let's get started. These are the general energies, if you will, astrology for the month of March. So I am going to start off with, and I'm going to put the, the timestamps as well. So let me make sure I have the timestamp for intro. I'm trying to get my paper organized here. All right, intro, and then we'll go into Aries, correct? So Aries, here we go. This is going to be for my beautiful Aries. So the general energy reading, if you will, for the month of March. Let's see. Okay. Planets that would influence you obviously is Mars, because Mars is your ruling planet, if you will, right? The overview, I would say, you may you will be your creativity, if you will, okay, and your enthusiasm to create will kind of take a stronger hold on you this month for whatever reason, considering the planets the way they are at. And your planetary configuration during this month will be positive and will occupy the 10th and the 11th house, which will mean that you gaining things, you gaining income, that sort of a thing would be quite prominent, okay? As far as your profession is concerned, you will definitely see positive outcomes, and your financial situation also should see a positive uptick, if you will. But I'm going to suggest that you even though your income may kind of go up, maintain a close watch on your expenses. So for your career, let's get on with this as far as your career is concerned. Good opportunities. If you're looking for a job, go ahead and look for a job, because the planets that would influence your career actually will be, let me move this aside, will be Saturn, Mars, and Venus. Having said all of that, Saturn actually does rule career. So when Saturn and Mars and Venus are all getting along, look, there's going to be momentum, you're going to go forward, and Venus is all about prosperity, etc. So take action, go forward as far as your career is concerned. If you're looking for a good job, a new job, or whatever, go right ahead, because this time for you is going to be, you're going to be very passionate about your work, your career. Your responsibilities also, as far as a career sector, is kind of going to go up, and this is a good opportunity for you to actually make inroads into your career or professional journey going on in at least for the next year. You're going to be taking action, and don't be surprised that if you do get opportunities, to start a new venture, a new project. If you're a business person, self-employed, absolutely a great time for you to start a new venture, a new business opportunity. Excuse me. And if you are an employed person, you will have the help and the support of people around you at work. And considering that Venus is going to be there, Venus is typically associated with female, the feminine. So I have a feeling that somebody at your workplace who is female will most certainly be very, very supportive of you as far as your career is concerned. Now, let's talk about love, marriage, and relationships. Now, as we know, the planets that would influence love, marriage, and relationship are Sun, Venus, Mars, and Jupiter, right? So there could be a little bit of a situation based on the planetary positions for you this month. You may have a little bit of what's the word? You'll have some positive periods this month for sure. Don't get me wrong, you will. The love and the romance, and the Venus is a lot of the seventh house, which basically signifies marriage and that sort of a thing. And then of course you have Saturn and Mars, which is pretty prominent throughout the month. So this is great, but I'm going to say, try to tone down your ego, because if you let your ego get the head of you and get a little pushy or aggressive, or I know what I'm doing, you don't need to tell me type of a thing, you're going to get smacked on the broadside. So I would say, a more milder approach, a more us, not I approach would kind of definitely help you. Then let's talk about money and finance. So the planets that would be responsible, or would, I shouldn't say responsible, are associated with money and finance is Rahu, Venus, and Jupiter. So I'm going to say, as far as your wealth is concerned, certainly, it's a good month. You will see benefits, you will see little expansions, you'll see more money coming in as far as, your income and your assets, etc. Oh my goodness, excuse me, y'all. I struggle with serious allergies, okay? So, and like I said earlier, in your career section, you will definitely see an increase in your salary, in your income, in your whatever, be you a business person, self-employed, or working for somebody else, or even if you're one of those people who are contract employers, right? So definitely great month for you. But again, I'm going to caution you to watch out for those expenses. You know how sometimes we see a little money coming in, we kind of don't pay attention, we just spend more than we should. So watch out for that. Then I'm going to say, as far as family is concerned, the planets that influence family is Rahu and Venus. Again, I'm going to say, be a little careful. Don't go at any family situation with the I type of an attitude, but more like a we and a us type of an attitude. Then things will not get out of hand. And again, try to tone down a little bit of that abrasiveness, a little bit of that egotistical approach to things. I know better than y'all. I know what I need to do. I know what we should do. I know what is good for us. Try to tone that down, because if you go at it from that perspective, I'm telling you, you're going to have some family drama. So that's as far as that is concerned. Now let's take a quick look at your health. Now, the planets that would influence health would be Mars and Ketu, right? So, oh my God, excuse me, y'all. I really, really suffer with allergies. I know my viewers, even on my other channel, the Real Tarot 1123, they know. And so I try not to, sniffle and all that, but it is what it is. And the wind's been a little bit up yesterday and today, so here we go. Anywho, so as far as your health is concerned, just take care. There could be some minor little irritations, right? Remember, Mars is when Mars and Ketu get together, you could have your blood pressure kind of would go up, and secondly, anything to do with blood could kind of sort of be aggravated, if you know what I mean, infections and so on and so forth. So try to avoid any overly overactive. Try to kind of tone it down. I know if you're one of the sports or athletic people or competitive people and all, of course it's like, hey, you gotta work out. But try not to, if you're somebody goes to the gym, etc., or runs 5 miles a day, 10 miles a day, try not to overdo it this month, because there could be some minor injuries and issues. So try to tone that down, okay? So my beautiful Aries, I hope you enjoyed this month's reading and your astrology. And of course, do get in touch with me if you want a personal chart, right, read for you. So then let's go on to Taurus. I'm just writing down the timestamps, so I'll know when I post, I can put the timestamps. So Taurus is going to be for you at hang on, let me get to my chart for my beautiful Taurans, right? Okay, for my beautiful Taurans, let's go. Okay, so Venus. Hey, Taurus, Venus is your ruling planet, right? So, as far as the overview is concerned for you for this month, I'm going to say you will March you will have kind of some good, some bad, a few challenges, a few boo-boos here and there. You could kind of be a little bit you'll be all up in terms of, oh, this is going on great, fantastic, and then you'll be, oh no, that other thing is not working out so great. So I'm going to say, try to have, how they say, what is that, overcommit and underdeliver. You don't do that, right? Don't do that. So try to say, what, I'm just going to go with the flow this month. That kind of an attitude will behoove you. So let's look at career. Okay, the planets that would influence career: Saturn and Jupiter. So this month you are going to, Jupiter is fantastic. Jupiter is in the house of career, and he's all about gains and fortunes and income, and Jupiter expands. So, and the sun is sun is with Jupiter, I would say, till the 15th of March. Ooh, wait. Sun and Jupiter are actually doing a happy dance this month. So forget about the dates. Just take March as a whole, right? So this is a great opportunity when the Sun and Jupiter, and of course Venus is another planet, when they all get together, you'll be like, whoop, whoop, let's have fun, right? Make hay while the sun shines. But here you have Sun and Jupiter being happy with each other, and they're like kind of, yeah, buddy, that sort of an attitude. So with that, I'm going to say career and your profession, and be you a business person, self-employed. Well, business person means you're a self-employed person, or a contract employee, or working for somebody else. Whatever you want to achieve this month, I'm saying, go make hay while the sun shines. You are definitely going to see results. But if you're going to be sitting on your hiney and saying, oh, the Sun and Jupiter are in my career sector, and oh, I'll just let them do that thing, and I'm just going to sit here and kind of eat bonbons, watch TV all day long. No. That ain't gonna happen. So the universe wants to see you be proactive, take action, right? So please, go ahead. See, the moment you are proactive and you're showing the universe that I am doing what I need to do to get to where I want to do, I'm making an effort, then the universe is going to propel you forward and give you all the encouragement and all the support. Although sometimes the support, you may not necessarily see it or feel it, let me assure you, the universe is working for your benefit, and the planets are going to be absolutely working in your favor. So please don't sit on your hiney and say, well, whatever, that sort of a thing. Just be proactive. You may see a little bit of little hurdles, like, I'm not talking about the hurdles as you see in the athletic field, like how tall are they? I don't even know. 4 feet, 3 feet tall, I don't know, I couldn't tell you. A little hurdle, maybe, I don't know, maybe yay high, you know what I mean? So you may have to jump those little hurdles, but you can do it. It's a breeze, but be proactive, okay? Let's talk about relationship, love, and marriage. So the planets that would influence that for you here are going to be Mercury, Jupiter, Mars, and Ketu. So your same thing, I'm going to say, love and relationships, you're going to have a little bit of mixed results this month. Hey, you can't expect every single month of every single year where everything is going to be a bed of roses and you can't expect that. You are going, any relationship, right? I mean, come on, we are talking about relationships here, right? So there are going to be moments when you're going to be mad at each other, moments when you're going to be, oh my God, the love of my life, and then moments where you are just irritating me, you hush. Listen, all for every one of us who've been in relationships, we've all experienced those phases, like we have. And does it happen on a daily basis? Maybe not, but I'm sure there are moments where we'll be like, oh my god, I can't stand the sight of you, will you just stop talking? Or I've heard couples say, you give me a headache, the usual. I find it extremely kind of funny, but not in haha funny, but it's like it's normal. All of us go through those phases. But of course, we are not talking about cases and relationships where there is domestic abuse and violence. We are not talking about none of that. We are talking about general relationships, that dynamics between the two people involved, the significant each other, right? There are going to be some little push and pull type of thing. So I'm again going to say, just as I said for Aries, try not to go at relationships this month. If you have any arguments or whatever, just be the bigger person and just back down. It's just a month, just say, okay, whatever, it's all good, honey, whatever, right? That's sort of what is that they say? You catch a lot more flies with honey than you would vinegar, that sort of a thing. Should I be taking my own advice at times? Yeah. Do I always? No, I'll be honest with you. I mean, come on. Yeah, we are all human, right? So, but for the most part, being cognizant of the fact that relationships sometimes are not absolutely 50-50. Sometimes one feels like they're giving more than the other, and so on and so forth. It's finding that happy balance, finding that happy medium, as long as both parties are cognizant of the dynamics and what it takes to rock your world, and you're willing to put in the effort, your relationship should be fine. But like I said, don't go at your relationship issues this month. You will have a little bit of a to-do kind of thing, but I don't know what to-do kind of thing means. What I'm trying to say, if you have moments of arguments or moments of I'm mad at you and you're mad at me type of thing, then try to tone down your irritation, try to tone down your it could be difficult, but then try to tone it down, because if you don't, then it kind of could get a little bit more what's the word I'm looking for? There could be a little bit more drama than you really want to, like basically a mountain out of a molehill, and you don't. But on the other hand, for those of you who are let's say, dating somebody or engaged or whatever, surprise, surprise, you will probably end up tying the knot in March. So think about that. So you have both ends of the spectrum, if you will. So let's talk about money and finance. Then here we have Mercury, Venus, and Jupiter, right? So what does this call? Remember, Jupiter is expansion. Mercury is all the fine things in life, which includes finances, and Venus, I'm sorry, is all about finances and all the fine things in life. Jupiter is expansion. Jupiter, whatever he touches, be it the good, bad, or the ugly, is always going to go big. He's all about there's no go big or go home with Jupiter. There's go big and go bigger with Jupiter. That's basically it. And then you have Mercury over there. Mercury, with we all know what Mercury is, right? Mercury is a little mercurial, right? It can be quick to change tracks. It's a little bit difficult to contain, that sort of a thing. So the Mercury, who is basically the lord or the planet, if you will, of finance, he's going to be chilling with Jupiter, same house, for this month. So hey, excuse me, me, but I really would like that. That'll be great, right? So that means take advantage and do what you need to use these planetary positions, because you're all sitting there chilling and having a happy good old time, and this is the opportunity you need to take to say, hey, come on, let's go get whatever we need to done. Make hay while the sun shines, as I say so many times. Take advantage of this month, please, and do what you need to increase your wealth, okay? More so after, wait, hang on. Yeah, I think it'll kind of get a little bit more easier, and the opportunities and the avenues and the ability for the inflow of cash and monetary gains would be um, March 24th is a fairly significant day. So take advantage of that. But one thing again, I'm going to say, please avoid wasteful financial expense or wasteful expenses, right? So just avoid that. Now, as far as family is concerned, Mercury, Venus, and Saturn, I'm going to say, you're going to have a pretty nice, good month, great month. Maybe some get togethers with family members, maybe, I don't know, you go and visit mom or dad, and the siblings from all over come, and that sort of a thing. But whenever families get together, as we say here, during Thanksgiving particularly, it goes one or two ways. One is everybody's having a great time and everybody's having fun, and the second is people tend to use Thanksgiving as let me rephrase that. Usually at Thanksgiving is when you see all the bitterness and all that. That you said that, I said this kind of family dynamics and drama to pop up. And then they'll be like, oh my God, I just invited you for Thanksgiving. Can we not just have a meal? And, that's a great opportunity for whatever strife that's going on in the family to kind of be brought up, and everybody's mad at everybody. And then they'll swear never to have a Thanksgiving ever again for the family. And sure enough, next year they will go. So I'm going to say, you could have a little bit of family dynamics this month, as long as you have a positive approach to it. You can utilize Jupiter, particularly in this month, to help you strengthen those relationships that may need a little bit more strengthening. You get what I'm saying? Okay, let's talk about health. Jupiter and Venus are active for you this month. So I'm going to say nothing to be worried about, because you're both placed in proper positions where they're not going to be causing you any drama in terms of your health is concerned. But if you are the type of person who has always been wondering about meditation and yoga and all that stuff, or Tai Chi, the softer, more fluid forms of exercising and things, this is a great time to go for it. Okay, so my beautiful Taurans, I hope you enjoyed that. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Sorry, y'all. I really try my very best not to sniffle, even though I take medication and all that. Anywho, so if you want a personal reading, do get in touch with me. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. I do astrology consultations for specific incidents or circumstances in your life, be it your solar return chart, your birth chart, vocations, if you're planning on moving, you've got a job offer, how do you go, what is the best time, that sort of thing, relationships, family dynamics. So all of that, get in touch with me, and I will be more than happy to share that information so you can pick and choose the right astrology consultation that you would benefit from. All right, so my beautiful Taurans, thank you and have a blessed month. Namaskar. Then next, let's go on to Gemini. All right, my beautiful Geminis, what do we have in store for you for the month of March? So, whoa, baby, look at you. Gemini, Mercury, right, is the planet that would influence you. Mercury is the lord of your house, right? You certainly do have a twinkle in your eye this month, Gemini. What mischief are you planning? Right? So, but having said that, I'm going to say overall finances will be okay. If you're single, yeah, it's a even-keeled month. Those who are married will have a little bit more. Those who are in intimate relationships, committed relationships, marriage, living together, that sort of a thing, you will have you will see a little bit more love, if you will, and heightened intimacy this month. So I'm going to say, let's actually health. There's a little bit over there that I want to talk about. Let's get straight to the health aspect. Hang on one second. We have Saturn, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. So I'm going to say for this month, health will be a little bit of concern for me. Okay. Be very careful when you're driving. Mars, yes, be very careful when you're driving. I say that all the time, right? When Mars, when he's all about let's just go kind of thing. So take care. Try not to speed. Please, actually, don't speed. Okay, but you're all adults, you got to be responsible for your actions. Having said that, I'm going to advise you to be overly cautious while you're driving this month. You may be a great, awesome driver, but that's not to say everybody else who shares the freeway with you are great, awesome drivers. So keep that in mind, and don't try, how people, oh my God, this is my pet peeve, y'all, my pet peeve. So you know how sometimes like you're going and then you forget the exit in the very last minute and you're like, oh shoot, maybe I can scoot over. Don't do that. Don't do that. Eat it. The next exit is only 1.5 miles, 2 miles away. You can always get off the freeway then and do a UE and come back. Why do people do that? At the very last minute, they go boom like that. And that's when I've seen so many accidents. I'm like, you fool you. Why in God's world? The next exit is just 1.5 miles away. You could have very easily gone off that and then come back to your, whatever street you wanted to go on to via the surface roads, or you could have done a UE on the freeway and come back even. Like it would have taken another 10 minutes of your life. Is that better? Like spending 10 minutes on your life doing a UE and still being alive, as opposed to being a real jackaw and then doing this last minute dash and basically killing yourself and killing other people. I don't get it, y'all. I just don't get it. Anyhow, let me stop ranting because you know me. So I'm going to say, please be careful and watch out for these psycho people who do crazy things like that. And those goofuses who are putting on their mascara while they're driving, and then some dude shaving while he's driving. I'm like, what is wrong with these people? Like seriously, I'm going to stop. I am going to stop on that, because then this whole thing will be a big rant. Let's just leave it. I'm also going to advise you, my beautiful Geminis, take care of your digestive system. If you have, issues with regards to, gas and bloat and all that stuff, go get it checked out. And constantly, tummy ache, belly ache right after eating a meal, try to get that taken care of. All this health thing is going to cause a little bit of mental stress on you. I mean, who wouldn't it stress out? Health issues will always cause stress to people, right? So it is what it is. So, oh my goodness. I went through a really rough patch last year from March all the way up until July, August, I want to say. Then I had a month's reprieve. Then again in October, I was like, what is going on? Was it late September or early October? Anyhow, so take care of your health. Now, let's go back to the rest. Career. So, you will definitely see some benefits as far as your career is concerned. If you're working for somebody, you will see a increase in your income. Maybe they'll come and say, hey, you know what, you just qualified, whatever, we're going to give you a raise, whoop, whoop. Or if you're self-employed, you will see a little bit more income come in, which is great. Jupiter, the Lord of Career, he will also be in the house where you're going to be traveling. So even if you travel for work, you're going to see positive results from that. And the sun is with Jupiter, so it's a good thing. So till the 15th, make hay while the sun shines. I'm going to say after the 24th, you will see Mercury is going to join up with the sun, which is great. So any which way, I'm going to say any which way, Sun, Mercury and Jupiter. Let's cut to the chase, okay? Sun, Mercury and Jupiter this month, sitting in good positions. They're all happy. They're all sitting there sipping gin and juice or whatever it is, and they're all having a good old time. So I recommend you also have a good old time and do what you need to be able to be proactive and encourage them, right? Hey, you're all having fun, cool. I'm going to work at this. So you're in a happy mood. How as kids, we always want to go ask mom and dad when they're in a happy mood, can I do this? Can I get that? And then most likely, of course, I never had much luck with that tactic, but most likely the parents will be like, okay, fine. But then when you go and ask them that when they're mad or upset or hurt or just got back from work, their answer is going to be no. So it's like that. It's like that, right? So these three guys are in a good mood, sipping gin and juice, and you kind of just say, hey, I'm going to do this, will you help me? Sure they will. So take advantage, right? So now let's look at relationships. So we have Venus, Mars, Saturn, and Jupiter. So for those who are single, and you're in the dating scene, dating world, or you're just plain single, this month could be a little bit tricky in terms of, oh, boo-hoo-hoo, when am I going to meet the significant other? When am I going to have the love of my life? That sort of a little bit of feeling a little, what's the word? I won't say sad, but kind of contemplating these things. But for those of you who happen to just get out of a relationship and who are single by choice, then you're still going to feel a little bit off kilter, because you're going to wonder what happened. I'm not saying you're wrong or the other, but I don't know, right? It doesn't matter. You're going to wonder. You're going to kind of, oh, well, maybe this was it. Or thank God I'm out of that relationship, whatever the situation may be, right? But for those of you who are married, let me tell you, interesting. A lot of lovey-dovey stuff, indulging your partner indulging you, that sort of a stuff. One thing I'll tell you, for those of you who are in married relationships, like committed relationships, right? Be it you living together, dating long-term, engaged, married, whatever, don't get into any situation where there's going to be like a third-party thing, or, even something as simple as, well, it's not simple, I should retract that, or even something such as, oh, just flirting and, a little bit of, Geminis, they are a little flirtatious. I'm going to tell you, zip it up, buttercup, because your significant other is going to come down hard on you. I mean, just zip it up, buttercup. Just let's leave it at that. But as far as finances are concerned, let's just go and say that, expenses, control your expenses. Very simply, control your expenses, because as much as Mars, Venus, and Saturn are, Mars, Venus, and Saturn are sitting in a house which could give you sudden gains or sudden losses. So, having said that, make sure that you don't make crazy, wild decisions that could cause you, don't make impulsive decisions. Let's just say that. Don't make impulsive decisions, okay? Because as we all know, if and when we make impulsive decisions is when we kind of, get bruises and scrapes and all that stuff, right? So my beautiful Geminis, I hope you enjoyed this month's astrology forecast. Like I say all the time, this is general. If you want a personal astrology chart for you, be it a birth chart, be it a year ahead solar return, your vocation, your career. I also do cartography, which is basically, I'm planning to move, I have some options, which one would be a better bet for me, that sort of a stuff. Or I've been living here for the past 8 years, nothing has really worked out for me. Ever since I moved here, I've been having issues. I'm thinking now that maybe I should move somewhere else, It does help, right? It's all about the planetary positions and the astrological charts of yours, and also the place that you're living at. It does make a lot of sense, y'all, okay? So do get in touch with me. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com, and I will be more than happy to give you all the information. All right. So beautiful Geminis, have a great month. Now let's move on to my Cancerians. 3407. All right, Cancerians, let's go. What do we got for you? So let's take a look. Well, the Cancerians are ruled by the moon, right? So having said that, this month you'll have some, should I use the word unusual? Is it unusual? Well, yeah, I think so, unusual. For those who are working and employees, and for those who are self-employed, businessmen, etc., or women, business people, I'm going to say this, you will have some great opportunities this month to kind of improve your status, be it as an employee or be it as a self-employed person, right? So your business and your job, you will have moments, excuse me, y'all. Oh my goodness, you will have moments this month where you can kind of get up the next step, that sort of a thing. So take advantage of that, right? You will have quite a few opportunities, I would say. You will have an inflow of cash, but you have to put in the effort. Okay? Money is there everywhere. You just need to put in the effort to have access to it. Money is there. You just need to figure out, okay, all right, I'm going to get to it, and then it's there for the grabs, literally, right? Okay, let's leave that. Let's get on to love and relationships in a bit. So let's talk about career, right? Saturn, Mars, Venus, and Mercury. So you will have a lot of good opportunities actually for growth this month. Great opportunities this month for you to grow as far as your career, your business, whatever. And as you grow, you will also find it's not just growth like, a momentary growth and then it gets taken away from you. This is growth, solid, stable, growth incrementally. Okay, you're just growing. It's not like you go up and go plop down. No, this is growing. So there's stability in this growth is basically what I'm trying to say. I don't know why. I was struggling with the words there. Listen, if you are if you are willing to put in the hard work, if you're willing to show the universe that, look, my nose is to the grinding stone, I am doing everything I can, you will see success. Success is going to come to you through your passion, through your drive, through your determination, through your one-track mind, to being focused, to paying attention to what's going on, right? Your immediate environment and the other environment as well, being cognizant of all that and knowing very well that this is the time for me to push forward. And if you do push forward, rest assured you will see success. Okay? And I'll tell you something, for those of you who are business people, Saturn and Venus are going to really, really, really help you in terms of sharpening your skill sets and making you more laser focused, and also, for you to be able to partake and have access to all the, what's the word I'm going to say? All the good stuff, because Venus is money, it's profit, it's luxury, and money affords luxury, right? So Venus is also going to say, okay, I'm going to make all this available for you, so take advantage. Those who are in jobs and also business people are going to do well, but you have to push forward, determination. Okay, I say that all the time. If you're going to sit on your hiney and say, okay, the planets are there, they'll do the work, yada, yada, yada. Yeah, the planets will do the work, but you may only get this much of positive results. Whereas if you push for it, you'll see a whole bunch of results. So decide. Let's talk about relationships, love, marriage, and relationships. So we have Mars, Ketu, Saturn, Mars, Ketu, Saturn. Then we also have Mars and Venus. So let's talk about it. It could be a little bit challenging this month for those of you who are married as well as those who are single, right? Some, for whatever reason, those who are single may kind of be like, if somebody's trying to match make, you'll be like, yeah, okay, fine, all right, fine, all right, I'll go out on a date with him, okay, fine, I'll go out on a date. But that enthusiasm is not there for some reason. But don't just disregard that individual, right? Or don't just say, no, go. I mean, go meet the person, go on the date, and you don't have to make a commitment. Just because you're going on a date with somebody doesn't mean that you promise them a kidney or a liver or whatever. You know what I mean, right? It's just a date. So yeah, go and enjoy yourself. But there's not going to be that much of enthusiasm as far as this is concerned, because I think this month your focus is going to be more on career and business. For those who are married, you're going to have a few disagreements with your significant other. So, can't help it. People are going to get butt hurt over a whole bunch of nothing, or maybe over a whole bunch of something. So, how do you deal with it? Well, you decide. You're an adult. Do you want to go all aggressive and, balls to the walls and kind of be all crazy? Or you're going to try and make an effort to resolve the situation, right? You don't ever want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. So, you're an adult, you decide. Right? So let's talk about money and finance. So, Sun and Jupiter. Sun and Jupiter, they are happy. So when they are happy, growth and expansion will happen, right? So please, absolutely, you have to be diligent. You have to be proactive. I say that all the time. You have to be determined. You have to be focused. You will see the results. But if not, then it's a wasted opportunity. That's all I'm going to say. Wasted opportunity. Don't come back to me and say, well, you needn't tell me. Well, I just did. So do not waste this opportunity. Do not waste this opportunity. Please don't. Okay, then let's talk about health. Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter. A little bit of mental stress. And with mental stress comes physical stress, right? So because of all this thing going on in terms of finances, hey, listen, it's what makes the world go round. We need the money, we need the finances to be able to provide a certain lifestyle, whatever your lifestyle may be. So, when we stress about all those things, then it does take an effect on our physical body. Mental stress affects the physical body, right? So try to balance that. But like I said, push for it this month, y'all. I know I'm saying try to balance the stress and then yet push for it, right? So you know how to, right? Focus on what truly is important. Prioritize. And if you prioritize, then I don't know why there should be any other problem. So then what else do I have for you guys? Let's take a look at this. For those of you who, I feel that this month, not those of you, for most Cancerians, y'all could have, did I lose power? No, I just lost. Oh, power came on. Whoop! Thank God. I was like, what is going on there? Let me see. Oh, come on, baby. Hang on, everybody. I think I just lost power. I can't believe we have a power outage. What is the temperature here today? Let's take a look. Give me 1 second, okay? We are going to come back on. Don't worry about it. I'm just waiting. It's 40 degrees now. Why are we having a power outage? I have no idea. Okay, let's continue to record. So, no. Come on, computer. Don't do this. We must have no networks. Come on. Okay, we're just recording. All right, no worries. We can deal with it. So I'm going to say you may have a little bit of a situation this month as far as your family is concerned. There may be family get-togethers and that sort of a thing. So it's a good time having get-togethers. It's a good time. But then again, whenever families get together, I'm sure at least one time out of 10, there are some major family dynamics, right? He said, she said type of thing. So don't give in to that this month, okay? Just stay focused and don't give in to that. That's what I say. I'm going to say, my beautiful Cancerians, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will see you in the next month's reading. Take care. If you want a personal reading, please know you can reach out to me. Email me at therealastrology1123@gmail.com, and I will send you all the information you require for your personal astrology readings. I do birth chart, solar chart return, then I do year ahead, and for relationships, family dynamics, career or vocation, cartography. So of course, please do get in touch with me. I'll be more than happy to assist you with that. Having said all of that, my beautiful Cancerians, I wish you all the very best and hope you have a great month. Namaskar. And for my beautiful Leos, here we go. For the month of March, right? Of course, the sun rules Leo, right? Let's get straight into it, then doing the overall. I'll just get straight to it. Career. Your career will seem a little bit of ups and downs in the month of March. Rahu is positioned in your house of career. Venus is a lot of the 10th house of career and positioned the house of service. This period will be good for you in terms of career related activities, particularly if it is with regards to foreign land or a company that is located in a different country, or if you are posted to if you are sent to a different country for work. There are going to be some opportunities for change. If you're taking up a new job, it is going to be very good for you. If you have just landed a new job, it's going to be good for you. There is going to be a little bit of a question mark in your mind. You may be like, I hope this is a good decision. Where are we going from here? What do I do from here? Now that this has happened, what happens next? Where do you go? That sort of a thing. Excuse me. So there is going to be a little bit of questions, minor questions. I wouldn't say doubt, but it's like, okay, now what? Now since I'm here, where do I go? What do I do? How do I do? A little bit of question mark. So what's going to happen in this new job, with this new office in this country? That sort of a stuff. There is definitely going to be expansion for those of you who are business owners. You will see expansion of ventures, more so in the second half of the month. Okay. Now let's get straight into marriage, love, marriage, and relationships. Well, Jupiter is the one who's here in your house, right? So I'm going to say the month of March is going to be good for you in terms of bringing happy moments. There's going to be a lot of positive interactions, positive exchanges with your loved one. Be you somebody who's just dating somebody, or be you somebody who's in a contractual relationship, such as living together, being married to somebody, or being in a committed relationship, dating somebody for a long time, engaged to somebody, that sort of stuff. And I'm also going to say, in fact, for those who are single, and you've been thinking, maybe, I should get married, or when am I ever going to get proposed, or when is so-and-so going to propose to me? Surprise, surprise, this month, right? You will be surprised. So, yay for you. I love that. Then let's take a look at a lot of intimate moments this month. This is going to be great for you. Then let's take a look at finance. Right, so you have Saturn, Jupiter, and Mercury over here. Finances in March will be way better than what it was maybe the last month or the month before that. So there's going to be a good inflow of money and cash. Your financial situation overall, I'm going to say the second half of the month is going to be way better than the first half of the month. So that's good either way, right? I'm like, bring it. If you had made any investments in the past, you're going to see good returns now. Okay, and you'll be surprised. You'll be like, I'm sure you must have been thinking, all right, I put in all this effort, I made all these investments, when I'm going to see returns for that. Well, guess what? You're going to be seeing that. Then we will have, for those of you who are business owners, self-employed, etc., some profitable deals coming your way. Great. Again, I feel for you this month, if you all have any interactions, business associations, any such links or ties to another company or an entity in another country, you're going to see some really good benefits come. Okay, some positivity over there. That's going to be great for you guys. All right, y'all. I'm trying to make, my pet peeve, right? I have to have this collar absolutely sit properly, but it's not. Maybe Leos are like that. Things have to be just so. Maybe a little bit of control issue over there. Okay, let's talk about health. You have Jupiter, Saturn, and Mars going on of this month for you as far as your health is concerned, right? There is going to be a little bit of stress for you, probably because your mental stress, you're concerned about your work or concerned about, okay, if I'm going to be going abroad or if I'm going to have these tie-ups with a foreign entity, foreign company, foreign land, or even if I'm starting a new job, what kind of stress is this going to cause to me? Anything new, any new venture is always a little stressful because you don't know. It's fear of the unknown. You don't know what to expect. You may have like really, really prepared yourself, but then again, it's new, so you're not too sure, right? So that could cause a little bit of stress. And that stress is, things playing in your mind. Yeah, you're going to work yourself up for nothing. But I'm going to say, you guys, for my beautiful Leos, if you have been putting off your annual checkup, if you have been putting off going to the doctor and getting, your the blood test done and all those things done, don't mess around. Please get it done. Okay, don't mess around. Just go get it done. Keeping a positive mental attitude is going to benefit you physically as well. Excuse me, I'm having hiccups. As far as your family situation is concerned, it's going to be fairly harmonious for you this month. But there is a possibility that you may have a couple of situations that are going to test you, where you might get sucked into an argument or sucked into a misunderstanding, and then it becomes a big mountain out of a molehill for nothing. So I'm going to say, try and detach yourself as much as you can, particularly if you have a family member who is, as we know, push your buttons, right? Who knows how to push your buttons, who does. And there's a historically, your interactions with this individual have always tested your nerves, and you know that. I'm going to say, just be aware and kind of just, keep your distance, right? And you know how to evade confrontations. You don't want confrontation. So I wouldn't say that you're the one who's going to initiate it, but they will definitely try to push your buttons again. So try to kind of, forewarned is forearmed, right? But again, I'm going to say, even as far as your family is concerned, there may be either you or your loved one or somebody is going to be slightly affected as far as your health is concerned. So please take care of that, okay? So what else do I have for you? That's about it for you for the month of March, my beautiful Leo. So I'm going to say, Leo, thank you so very much. I hope you enjoyed this month's reading. I will see you in the next month's reading, okay? Then let's go. Who are we doing now? Virgo, right? So for you, my beautiful Virgos, for the month of March, let's see what we got for my beautiful Virgos. As we know, Virgos are the ruling planet is Mercury, which is fantastic. This month is going to be a little bit good, a little bit not so good. I'm not going to say bad. It's going to be a mixed bag of events. Your health may have some little bit of minor irritations, all right? But finances will be good. So it's like, okay, this is doing well. Why can't everything be good for me? Why can't everything go well for me at the same time was probably a question. We all wish, right? On every single aspect of our life, we wish that things are all going ahead, full speed, right? But there's always some little thing to kind of, not side rail us, to kind of make us feel, oh my goodness, everything is going fine here, but why this? That sort of a situation. So, as far as your career is concerned, we have Mercury, Jupiter, and Saturn in action this month, right? So, be careful. Don't get into arguments and don't get argumentative. Don't get into arguments with argumentative co-workers. You got it? There will be people who will purposely try to draw you into a situation that has nothing to do with you. I'm going to say stay well away, because this could lead into a whole bunch of drama where somebody, you or the other person, will get may lose a job. And it shouldn't be you, because clearly you're not the one who's going to be instigating it, but you're going to be suckered into this. So be careful, okay? And as much as you try to kind of stay away from it, they're going to pull you in, but you know what to expect. So conduct yourself appropriately all this month, right? Maintain your focus, continue to work hard, and just know very well that you know who this person is who's going to be trying to pull you into this kind of a situation. So stay away from that individual, and don't so blatantly trust people around you. So supposing it's like an office drama type of a situation, and you think Mary Jo is going to be on your side as opposed to Jane Doe, don't trust Mary Jo. So that sort of a thing, okay? Just be on your guard. And the only person you can rely on yourself to back you up is going to be you. There are opportunities for you to expand as far as your business is concerned. If you are somebody who's self-employed, so good for you. If you are somebody who works, let's say, in a business where you rely on government contracts, you're going to see positivity and gains over there, which is fantastic. Also, if you are working with companies overseas, good for you. There's going to be good stuff going on for you over there. Let's talk about love, marriage, and relationships. You have Venus, Mars, and Saturn in action. A little bit of good, little bit of not so good, a little bit of ups, a little bit of downs, okay? There's going to be some kind of, your relationship with your significant other, it's going to be kind of strained, and not anything that either one of you are responsible for. Maybe work is kind of taken over, and sometimes we get so wrapped up into work that we don't give each other enough time. We don't give ourselves enough time. And then what happens? Then there's going to be frayed relationships. You kind of feel a disconnect. Don't let that happen to you. But I feel actually, as much as I say don't let that happen to you, I feel it's going to be a situation for you this month. But, understand, be more forgiving for yourself and to the other. Be more forgiving of yourself and the other person as well, knowing very well that this is not meant to purposefully cause you stress or harm or sadness. This is all coming from the fact that, hey, so much of stress going on at work, right? So try to talk it out and resolve it amicably, and you should be fine. For those who are married, of course, this is going to cause a little bit of stress. For those who are in like dating and just engaged but not living together, or whatever that case may be, not so much. But the married ones and those living together, I feel they're going to see this a lot. Second half of the month actually is going to be much better, a lot more peaceful for you guys. So then let's look at health, and then we'll come back to money and finance, okay? Health, the planets in action are Mars, Saturn, and Venus. If you've had a nagging problem for the past couple of months, couple of weeks, like a nagging headache, a cold, or a cough, or a fever that comes and goes, or whatever, listen, don't just say, oh, it's the flu, I'm okay, I got the vaccination, so I'm not going to get the virus, okay. Don't just shrug it off like that. Go and get proper medical care, particularly if you had a situation that has been nagging you for a while, right? So please go and take necessary precautions. Go and get medical care. I feel that for you folks, your immunity is going to be a little low this month. So try and, store up on multivitamins. Make sure you eat a healthy diet, so your immunity kind of gets shored up a little bit, okay? So now let's say family. That was oh, actually, did I talk about money and finance? Let's go back to money and finance. I thought I did cover that. So we have Venus, Saturn, and Mars, right? Anybody buying and selling property will see profits. It's going to be good. Your earnings, let's say you have you're somebody who's invested in this in multiple avenues. You will see some resources, those resources come through for you, see some good money coming through there. I'm going to say make sure that you put away the appropriate amount for a rainy day. Don't just go and blow it all up, right? There's going to be good benefits, particularly from real estate. That's what I'm saying, which is really good. All right, then let's go. We talked about health. Let's go talk about family. You have Mars, Venus, and Saturn in action. There are going to be some happy moments with you as far as your siblings are concerned. But at the same time, like, how sibling rivalry, or like, oh, this brother and this sister get along, they're closer than that brother and that sister, or whatever. They, as much as, you're going to get along well with your siblings, that seems to be the focus more than anybody else as far as your family is concerned. I'm not talking about your significant other and your intimate relationship. This is the family aspect of it. There will be a few arguments and disagreements, like maybe you'll, let's say you're planning on, okay, dad's retired or mom's retired, what do we do? Like, or maybe they want to sell their home and they want to go into a assisted living facility, that sort of a thing. Y'all may have arguments and go back and forth with regards to that, but it's nothing that y'all cannot resolve. Okay, so what else do I got for you, my beautiful Virgos? That's pretty much it for the month of March. I don't see anything so crazy that I would be like, right, have your radar up or your antenna up type of thing. It's a pretty, it's got a few boo-boos here and there, but nothing you can't handle. So for my beautiful Virgos, I hope you enjoy this. And like I said, I say this time and again, these are general readings. So if you want a personal astrology reading based upon your date of birth, your time of birth, your place of birth, get in touch with me. Email me. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com, and I will send you information as to the different kind of readings I do, astrology consultations, from solar return charts to birth charts to year ahead charts to compatibility with another individual, that sort of a relationship chart, family dynamics. If you have questions regarding or want to know some information about your vocation or your career, not vacation, vocation, or career, or even cartography, so do let me know. Anyhow, Librans, thank you so much. Take care, and namaskar. See you in the next month's video. All right, bye for now. Okay, so now we have Libra. So Libra, for you, for the month of March 2022, let's go into career. We have Saturn, Mars, Moon, and Venus in action, right? So, oh, wait, I'm sorry. So here we go. Yeah, Libras, let's start. I forgot to write down the time so I can put the timestamps, So let's go into career. Mars, Saturn, Venus, and Moon are in action for you. For those of you who are employed, you may have a little bit of a testy situation this month. The challenges are coming, your way, and this is because of your relationship with your co-workers or your peers. So be careful. There is a chance that some drama going on and you may be let go. So be very careful. If you kind of sort of had a feeling that you were going to be canned, then hopefully you took measures and you already started looking out for another job, right? But for some of you, it's the complete opposite. Depends on, like I said, these are general energies, right? So it depends on where your birthday is as far as the astrology is concerned of Libra. This drama could be because they envy your progress. They just really envy your progress. Maybe you and John Doe joined the company at the same time, same credentials, same position, but different departments, and you're growing like that, and John Doe is still stuck here. So that could cause him a lot of envy, and he would cause a lot of disruption. So be careful, right? And that jealousy can make people do all kinds of crazy things, so much as even start make false allegations of what's the word, abuse in the workplace, or favoritism, all kinds of nonsense. So just be careful about that. Moon is the lord of career, and is transiting in the first house of self. So you're going to be very passionate and very energetic and very very passionate and very kind of energized, and say, no, I'm going to solve this, I'm going to resolve this, and this is not right. And but be careful, because and if somebody says, you know what, John Doe, I'm going to help you, man, that other guy is crazy, don't worry, I got your back. No, don't just blindly go and help them and then spill your guts out to them. They're going to take all that information, turn it around, and spin it in a completely different direction, and then ultimately it'll be like, no, that's not what I said. Yeah, that's what you meant. So be very careful who you trust. Be very, 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 very careful. I'm just saying, somebody's gunning for your job. So be careful. If you're a business owner, somebody's gunning for you too. So be very careful. This month is going to be a very, very testy for you. But as you get towards the end of the month, things may lighten up. But hey, so watch out, right? So let's look at love, marriage, and relationships for you guys. Saturn and Jupiter are in action as far as your love, marriage, and relationships are concerned. So you'll have moments of like total happiness and total contentment and total peace and all that stuff, right? It's like the quintessential, oh, the lovebirds, look at them, that sort of a thing. It's going to be a good month. I'm going to say, whether you're married, whether you're dating, whether you're engaged, whether you're like, living together, or, you all are in a monogamous relationship, whichever way you look at it, I think this month is going to be great for you. This month is going to be great for you in terms of, if you want to step up your relationship to another level, right? It's going to be great. Enjoy the month. Let's look at finance. Mars and Ketu are in action. Investments are going to bring in profitability. But if you are an employee and you have that drama going on at work, be careful, because somebody is gunning for your job. And so then if you lose your job, then clearly it's going to affect your monthly income, right? So hold back your expenses. Now, I'll tell you this, money and finance is concerned to the success of a business and a job too, right? But if you're making other investments, those investments may see profitability and earnings coming your way. But here's the thing. If you get fired for no apparent reason, and you're willing to go to the EEOC and go into all that whole thingy, then yeah, you'll be able to file, you'll be able to claim, it's going to be in your favor, you'll win, you'll get either they'll compensate and they'll give you whatever money, or they will loss of pay, etc., or they'll say, okay, we're bad, we give you your job back. Whatever it is, you will win. But that until that moment, it's going to cause you so much of stress. But then, do you really want to go back to this company, or are the competitors waiting on the sideline saying, ooh, he's out now, we're going to grab him? So, you play the game. I'm sure you know how to play the game, right? If you are, let's say you own a property and you wanted to sell it and you never got a good offer, you will get a good offer. Let's say you have a rental property, but there were no tenants over there and you were waiting for a good tenant. You might see a tenant come in and say, we want a lease for 2 years or 3 years, not just a lease. So that way you will see good results. Now, let's look at family situations. You have Ketu and Mars in action. Family situations kind of will be up and down, because all this drama going on at work is going to affect you, and that's going to cause stress to the family too. Oh my God, what if you were the sole breadwinner of the family, right? Everybody's going to be affected, right? So there could be some stress there because of that, but you know how to handle it. Go ahead and ensure and make them feel calm that, hey, listen, don't worry, I got it, or already have another job lined out, or whatever. As long as you're calm and composed, you can think clearly. And if you think clearly, you will make sure you take necessary action and be proactive, and you'll be one step ahead of all this drama. So, health. We have Jupiter, Rahu, and the Sun in action. See, Rahu is in a situation which kind of causes, enhances, and responsible for chronic disease. So be careful. You got to be careful. You're going to have some issues come up this month that's going to say, oh, I want to say COPD, but that doesn't necessarily apply to everybody. Any which way you look at it, please be careful of your health this month, okay? So that's what I got for you, my beautiful Librans. I hope you enjoyed this month's reading. Take care. Do leave your comments. And remember, these are general readings, right? So if you want a personal reading based upon your astrology, your date of birth, your chart, etc., I do offer those readings. I do solar return charts, birth charts, year ahead chart, birthday, then of course compatibility, relationships, family dynamics, vocation, that is your career, if you're looking to move from one place to another, all that sort of stuff. So email me at the Real Astrology 1123 at gmail.com, and I'll give you all the information, and we can do the setup consultation for you. So now let's get on to Scorpio. Let me write down the timeline, right, for my beautiful Scorpios. Let's go take a look. Okay, for the month of March, let's talk about your career. Actually, let's talk about general stuff for a second. Mars is one of your ruling planets, as well as Pluto is. Actually, you know what? Instead of doing the general overview, I'll break it down. Career. Jupiter, Mercury, and the Sun are in action for you. This month, as far as career is concerned, is going to be good for you. Your dedication, your focus, your effort, your that sort of stuff is duly noted. And don't be surprised if somebody says, hey, guess what? You're up for a promotion and pay hike, or maybe you get incentives or a bonus or that sort of a thing. Another thing I'm going to say is, with all that comes additional responsibility. So, it's good. You'll have better opportunities, more opportunities to truly shine and show your true merit, which is great. Sun will transit with Jupiter in the house of communication and travel. So there may be opportunities where you're going to be doing a lot of travel as far as your work is concerned. Maybe territory traveling, maybe to a different country, different state, or just within a city and state. You may be traveling between different locations. So that is going to be great. Mercury, again, communication. So I'm going to say you're going to have good communication skills, but it's going to be even more enhanced. Having said all of that, be careful. Don't come across as being very cocky and arrogant and stuff. Then people will be like, oh, he or she thinks no. So you may come across that way from actually you're talking with authority because you know what you're talking about, but they may construe it as being a little bit arrogant. So tone it down a bit, but yet make sure you get the message across, right? Those of you who are business owners, great month for you. I love it. Your finances are going to increase, and therefore stability, right? That's going to bring financial stability. Now let's talk about love, marriage, and relationship. We have Venus, Rahu, and Jupiter in this for this month in action. Love is going to be stable. You're going to have some happiness there, which is great. There's going to be a lot of good times where you're going out with your loved one, having intimate moments, date night out. That's going to be great. And singles who are wanting or looking for a partner, you may be surprised. You will find your significant other this month, or the one this month. You will find, yeah, you will. You may be going, well, Kirtana, I've been looking and I haven't been able to find anybody for the past 3 months. Listen, you will this month. So, but then on the other hand, Rahu is in the house of marriage and spouse. As much as it's all lovey-dovey and all that stuff and all that great times where you share intimate moments and you're planning outings, etc., with your partner, oh my goodness, in all that moment of love and overflowing emotions, and somebody will say something, and then, what did you say? What do you mean? No, you tell me what you mean. No, honey, that's not what I meant. You're reading too much. No, I heard you. Tell me what you meant. No, let's talk about it. No, honey, everything is fine. That's not what I meant. It's just, don't worry about it. It's not. No, I want to know. No, we have to sit and talk about it. You see what I mean? And then you'll be going, what in the world? How did this take a 180 turn, right? So keep calm, control your temper, okay? Don't lose it, and try and resolve this. It's just a stupid misunderstanding. So, but take care of it, right? So let's talk about money and finance. You have Venus, Saturn, and Jupiter in action. Higher incomes, your salary, you're definitely going to see a raise, definitely. But then with all that raise, what do? So if you say, okay, now my income is, sorry y'all, my income is increased, I'm getting an additional $500, $600 a month, or whatever the case may be, what do I do with this money? Do I just say, oh yay, more money to spend, or do I make wise financial investments? So that's what I'm going to say. You need to focus on that, and really do your due diligence before you run off and place that additional $500, $600 every month in whatever investment, right? So make sure you do your due diligence. Don't just blindly go give it off and say, oh, here you go, I'll invest in this. Or, cousin Albert comes in from somewhere and he goes, hey, cousin, I am starting this new business. I need some seed money. Give me that money. Don't go and do it, because you'll never see that money again. So much for that. So, you know what I mean? And you may also, I'm going to say, Scorpio, if you are in a situation where you are going to be receiving some financial gains or a gift or something like that, don't be surprised if it comes from your mom, Venus. You'll see some financial gains over there. Health. Mercury and Mars are in action. No major health issues. Just whenever the weather changes, we kind of get our sniffles and this and that and all that. Take care of that, but be careful of food going moldy and you not realizing, or something has expired in the refrigerator, you don't realize, and then you ingest it, and next thing you know, you'll have a major tummy upset to things like that. So take care of all of those things. If anything is expired, just chuck it, right? And don't go and eat in places that you're not too confident about the hygiene of that, the way the place is run. Not every homemaker is very hygienic. We all know that, right? There are some folks, I will never eat or drink anything in their house. Forget about eating or drinking. I mean, that's different. I won't even go into their homes. Hey, you want to meet Kita? Sure, let's go and meet at a restaurant. I'd rather do that than go to their home. I'm no jokes. So, maybe they're okay with it, but I'm not. Let's talk about family. The Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter are in action. It's going to be a good month. No major issues. You may have a few outings with your family, maybe picnic, or I don't know, maybe the mom is living somewhere, dad is living somewhere, let's say 100 miles away, then 3 or 4 siblings get together and they all meet over there, that sort of a thing. Good, yeah. That's really good. But I'm going to say, for you Scorpios, more than the father, the mother, I think, is going to be more active. Your interactions with your mom is going to be heightened this month. So there we go. So before I move on, I just want to say, my beautiful Scorpios, remember, this is general reading, right? So if you want a personal reading, astrology consultation, do email me. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. I do birth charts, solar return charts, year ahead chart, career, vocation, family, finances, new job, all that sort of stuff. If you have questions, and you want a reading, I do that. Email me and I'll send you all the information as to how we may go about setting an appointment, and we can take it from there. Having said all of that, I hope you all have a great month this month, my beautiful Scorpio, and see you in the next month's reading. All right, thank you. And now let's go on to, who do we have? Sagittarius, right? What's the time? 33:47. Okay. So for my beautiful Sagittarians, Jupiter, ooh, I love it. Jupiter is your ruling planet, right? I love it. He's a cool guy, right? So March is going to see a good race for you in your career. This is overall. Business is also going to be profitable, self-employed, or small home-based business, or even business owner. Expansion, your plans to expand, your plans to grow, it's all going to materialize now. This is great. If you are in a relationships, great month for you. Relationships, the bonding is going to be good. If you have felt in the recent past that you are kind of slightly sort of distant, for whatever reason, work, life, you're going to be able to reconnect. There could be little boo-boos as far as your health is concerned. Other than that, it's pretty cool. So now pretty even-keeled month. Let's break it down. Career, Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury are in action. You may get a promotion, or even if you don't get a promotion, they'd say, hey, you know what, we decided to increase your salary. Cool, bring it, right? Mercury is a lot of career. He will be transiting with the Sun till the 15th, and then also with Jupiter from 6th to the 24th. So you get it? 6th to 24th, he'll be transiting with Jupiter, but he will also meet up with the Sun from the 15th onwards. This is great. This is great, great, great. Okay, this talks about a lot of blessings and blessing you with a lot of stability, and that's great. If you are working for somebody, your higher ups, your supervisors, your bosses, they will have a lot of confidence in you. They are going to put you in a situation where you are going to be making decisions, calling the shots, have the authority, and they're going to throw in a lot of added responsibility. So remember, with that comes with responsibility. With a promotion comes responsibility. With responsibility means more work, which means you need to be able to manage your time better and go about that in a constructive manner. So no more time for laziness, no more time for, procrastination. No, you don't have that luxury anymore. And even if you plan to change jobs and go in for another company, for whatever reason, I worked here for 10 years, I want to try, even there, if you go in and interview for, let's say, a team manager position, they'll come back and say, listen, we don't think you're suitable for the team manager position. However, we are going to make you the territory manager or something like that. And you'll be like, what? So, that's great. Anybody working with foreign countries or companies who are based, international companies, or that sort of a thing, you're going to see a lot of gains over there and positivity come there. If you've applied to work for a foreign company, you're definitely going to get a job. And remember, keep in mind, right, if you have interviewed for one position but they come back and say, sorry, we don't think that that's a good position, but we have something else for you, don't just shoot it down, because there's something else is actually going to be better than what you initially applied for. So don't just blindly say no. Think about it, talk, hear what they have to say. Love, marriage, and relationships, we have Saturn, Mercury, and Mars in action. Maybe you're going to have a getaway with your significant other, right? A little romantic getaway over the weekend or whatever. That's going to be great. See, Saturn and Venus, it's going to be great, lovey, good times. Let's take this weekend off. But then again, there's going to be a little bit of an argument or a situation where you're kind of going to be annoying each other. Hey, it happens in every relationship, right? So those of you who are, like, let's say, been living together but who have been engaged and haven't gotten married, surprise, you may now start taking measures or setting down the groundwork or the plans to actually get married. So those who may say, we've been engaged for the past 3 years, but we haven't set a date for a wedding. Yeah, you will. It's good. I like it. For relationship, this month is great. Let's talk about money and finance. We have Venus, Saturn, and Mars in action for you. If you had a portfolio, right, investments in the past, you'll get some good, I'm not talking about new investments, older investments. You will see profitability there. you're going to have great opportunities and many avenues where you can earn additional income. Let's say you have a 9 to 5 job, but you work only 4 days a week, then there's a possibility you will be able to start something on the side and be successful there, right? And that's going to be great for you. If you had made any investments in the past, those are going to really give you good returns now. Good money flow this month. Make sure that whatever, don't be too speculative, but either way, I think it's going to be good for you. But here's the thing with my beautiful Sagittarians, they have the ability to earn big money, but they also have the ability to spend big time. So watch your spending, right? I mean, I know I'm a Sagittarian, good Lord, I could tell you that all day long. Health, we have Rahu and the moon in action. Health may be an area of concern for you. There's going to be some issues if you have a chronic disease or have been recently diagnosed of having something that could kind of rear its ugly head up and kind of cause a little bit more drama for you. So make sure you are, if you've been given any medication, prescription medication, and let's say taking that medication makes you sick or makes your tummy hurt or whatever it is, go and talk to your medical care provider and ask them if they can prescribe something else. Don't just blindly stop taking that medicine. Please don't do that, okay? Go talk to your primary care provider, whoever your doctor is, and say, hey, I'm having some side effects and it's not gelling well with me. Can we try a different combination, a different whatever? So please don't just stop it. Don't just stop taking medication. Continue, but go and seek help. For those who are already suffering with certain illnesses and who are already under treatment, you'll have to be on top of it. I have a feeling it could kind of cause you a little bit of drama this month. So, be careful. And if there's contraindication of these medications, if you're taking medicine for this and some other medication, and they could have a weird reaction with each other. So all those things are things that you have to be careful about, right? Those are the things that you have to really be cognizant about and be on top of. The doctor will prescribe and say, take this for this and take this for this. Sometimes those two don't get together very well, right? So you may have to go back to the drawing board and figure out if any changes need to be made or the dosage need to be altered, that sort of a thing. Okay, so we did finances and health. Let's talk about family. Mars, Venus, and Saturn are in action. If you've had any dramas, misunderstandings, and disputes in the past few weeks or few months, all that is going to come to an end. Okay, because you have been very, very proactive, you've been kind, you've been tolerant, and yet stood your ground, stood in your power. So things, because of the way you have taken, you have reacted, acted, and taken the necessary steps, all those disagreements are going to come to an end. Now, I'm going to say, due to the presence of Saturn and Mars in the house of family, on the other hand, you may resolve old arguments and old disputes and old drama, but at the same time, new dramas can start, new arguments can start, new disagreements will start. So you have to balance it. Whatever dramas you had in the past with a certain sibling or certain member of the family, that will resolve, but something new on the side will crop up here. It's very weird. It's like, what the hey, you'll be annoyed. Maybe you have your relationship with your dad is improved, but your relationship with your mom may go south, or vice versa. Or with this sibling, you may patch up, but with that sibling, something else starts up, that sort of stuff. So just be patient with yourself, be patient with your family members. Remember, these are transient energies. Time and energy is fluid, and this too shall pass. So as long as you have a even approach to it, or keep an even temper. Sagittarius, they have like hot tempers, but it's quick. It's a flash in the pan. That micro millisecond, they blow up and then they subside. It's over. So watch it, okay? Maybe it's not the time for you to lose your cool. So what I want to say before I close out for Sagittarius is, please get in touch with me if you want a personal astrology consultation. I do the year ahead, solar return charts, your birth chart, your relationships, family dynamics, for a teen, for a child, the astrology charts, consultations. And of course, if you are wanting to move, or you have a situation with job or finances or career, email me at therealastrology1123@gmail.com, and I'll send you all the information and we can set up your personal consultation. So having said all of that, my beautiful Sagittarius, I wish you all the very best and much love to you for the month of March. Namaskar. Now let's go on to Capricorn, right? All right, Capricorn. Let's take a look at, you're very determined to succeed this month. Career, we have Saturn, Venus, Mars, and the Moon all in action. So career is going to be prosperous for you this month. A lot of opportunities for you is going to pop up this month, where you will be able to display and show your skill sets, your knowledge, your experience, such that your seniors and your bosses will take notice. And and taking notice, this is your time to actually kind of show your true skill sets, right? To step up to the plate and show them what you got, show them your true merit, your true skill. Because if you do that, promotions and incentives. But if you just say, oh, I don't need to prove myself, oh, I don't, yeah, they already know, there's no need for me to, they've given you the mic, so you better sing, right? So if you don't sing, you are not going to be chosen for the Grammys. You get what I mean? So that sort of a stuff. And if you're dedicated, and if you show that you are dedicated and you're focused, look, with that comes recognition. If you're a business person, self-employed, business is going to see progress there. Any existing projects you have, you're going to complete successfully, and that's going to lead you to bag more projects. They might have said, no, John Doe, this is the only project we have for you, this is the only contract we have for you. But as you come to an end of this contract and delivering the contract or completion of the contract, they'll be like, FYI, we just realized we want to give you this product. Hey, can you do this for us? Hey, so this project is going to successful completion of this project is going to lead to other projects, but you have to show them what you're worth, right? So then let's talk about marriage, right? Love and relationships. Oh my God. So we have Venus, Moon, Mars, Saturn, and Rahu. Woo! All of them in action. Relationships could go through a little bit of a ringer this month. Some of you may break up. Some of you, it may be a temporary separation. Some of you, it may be a real separation, like a formal separation. And some of you may start dabbling in love affairs and third-party situations. And you know what? You brought it on yourself, so deal with it. Don't tell me I didn't tell you, right? Don't get into third-party situations, because that is going to be the cause of you losing your long-term relationship. If you're okay with it, hey, you're an adult. Do what makes you happy, right? But you might have been cocky and say, oh, I'm riding a wave, and I'm all that and a bag of chips, and then come to find out. So ego clashes, arguments, okay. You're not going to be able to maintain your cool and calm and be patient, because once the ego gets involved, then it's a whole nother ball game. But I'm telling you, for some of you, y'all may break up. Some of you may break up. Absolutely. Some of you may break up because the other person found out you have third-party situation going on, or you may break up with the other individual because you find out that they're having a little something on the side going on, right? A side situationship going on. But for those of you who are not, that is not applicable to, you're in a solid, relationship, good for you. Remember, it's not applicable to everybody. There's going to be harmony and peace in relationships for those of you who are in solid relationships, right? Let's talk money and finance. Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury are in action. There's going to be good increase in finances for you, profitability, your wealth. You'll be able to generate more income. Jupiter is a planet of expansion. Remember, he goes bigger, right? He's positioned in the house of wealth along with the Sun and Mercury. So you're going to be able to develop new sources for money. So if you had like business ABC, now you will be like, oh, you know what, I'm going to add XYZ to my business and offer that service too. And so that's a new avenue. That's a new way of earning more income, and that's going to be successful. Absolutely. If you are working for a company, you may pick up something on the side so that you do on your free time. That's going to bring in more money. There's going to be an increase of cash flow, monetary gains. If you had some old deals that you had made, business investments that you kind of forgot about, or financial investments, that's going to pay off this month. So then let's talk about family, Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury. You may find out that somebody in the family is deciding to get married. So now you have an additional member of the family, right? They could be married, sudden surprise, hey, we're getting married. We're going to have a civil ceremony type of thing. Or they may be, oh, we didn't want to tell anybody, but we just found out we're pregnant. So there's going to be a new addition to the family. That's going to be cool for you, right? So let's look at health. Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury are in action. Your health, nothing great, nothing boo-boo and nothing awesome. There's no major ups and downs. There's no major, oh my God, better be careful type of thing. Your health is going to be average this month, which is okay. I'm okay with that, right? I think we should be okay with that. So before I close out for you, Capricorns, I want to say thank you so very much, right, for watching this video. Do leave your comments below. And I'm just marking down the timestamps. So if you want a personal astrology reading, astrology consultation, please email me. My email address is in the description box. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. I do astrology consultations for finance, for career, birth chart, solar chart, year ahead, marriage, compatibility, relationships. Get in touch with me. I'll send you all the information you need. You can decide what kind of an astrology consultation is the best suited for you, and we can take it from there. All right. So thank you so very much. See you in the next month reading. Namaskar. Next, we're going to go on to Aquarius. Right. Oopsie. Aquarius, where did you go? Aquarius. There we go. And what is the timestamp for Aquarius? It is 59. All right. So, my beautiful Aquarians, let's see what we got for you. Career. We'll start with career. We have Sun, Ketu, and Mars in action. You are going to see a really good growth and prosperity in your professional life, and be it you are employee or a business person. This is a great month for you. You're going to see a really good growth. The trajectory is there. You're going to have a lot of passion, a lot of energy to be able to want to do all these things, climb the ladder. You're going to be successful. All the planets are positioned in such a way that you're not going to be huffing and puffing climbing up that steep slope, right? It's going to be easy breezy for you. Take advantage of the planetary positions, and like I say all the time, make hay while the sun shines, right? You are going to be definitely coming up for promotions and increases in your wages, or even business ventures. You're going to be additional business ventures are going to fall in your lap. Literally, this is a great month for you. And those of you who are looking for a new job, look, you're going to land the job of your dreams. You should have been searching. If you're just sitting there and go, oh, I'm waiting for somebody to send me an email, no, you have to be proactive. Love, marriage, and relationships. Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury are in action. Your relationship with your partners are going to be good. This is a good month. I have nothing negative over here. This is going to be a pretty good month for you, even as far as your relationships are concerned. You may feel your relationships have gotten stronger with your loved ones, or married couples particularly, they feel that they are gotten a little bit closer with each other. I'm going to say your love life is actually, you're going to have some lovey-dovey moments. Okay, love is in the air, baby. Let's leave it at that. We're going to keep it classy. Read between the lines, okay? A lot of pleasures, if you will, in the love department. Then let's go into, I have to keep it clean, right? Money and finance. We have Sun, Mercury, and Jupiter in action for you. Your hard work is going to pay off. Your increases in earning is going to increase. Your earnings will increase. Look, there's really nothing to say, y'all. You have a great month this month as far as your money and finances are concerned, whether you're employed or, a business owner or somebody who has a home-owned business, whatever. Did I say home-owned? At-home business. If you are somebody who's dealing with real estate, realtor, this, that, and the other, good month for you. Love it. Love it. Aquarius, love it. Then we have health, right? We have Sun, Jupiter, and Mercury in action. All that drama with work, that action, and you may feel like you're spinning your wheels, you're on the go, there's so much to do, there's not enough time. It's going to take a toll on your physical body, right? So chill when you get a moment, go get that massage, stay at home, have that cup of green tea or the chamomile tea, or kind of, take a moment to care for yourself. Go get in, what do you call those things? A tub bath with all those, what do you call those things? Those Epsom salts or whatever that help you with body pains and all that. Because you will have some of those issues. And this could lead to colds and coughs and all those little dramas. And if you don't take care of yourself, then your medical expenses will increase. So I'm telling you, be very careful, because all this busyness at work, you have to pay attention to your health, right? I've had to make the conscious decision and dial it back a little bit as far as my YouTube channel is concerned, because I was making so many, between this channel and the other channel, the Real Tarot 1123, and my personal, I do have a job, right? And the consultations I do, I was like, oh my God, I'm up 24 hours a day. So I had to make conscious decisions over here and kind of dial it back, because I was basically running myself to the ground. So yeah, progress is great. You make hay while the sun shines, but at the same time, your health is most important. And I was struggling there a little bit with my health, because it was just way too much. So I had to dial it back. So same thing here, right? Take a moment for yourself, as busy as you are, go swim, go do yoga, go get a massage, that sort of a stuff. As far as family is concerned, Mercury, Sun, and Jupiter in action. This is going to be great relationship building type of a month for you, particularly with your siblings. Look, this month is going to be good for you. I'm just going to leave it at that. There's no need to go on constantly, harping over the same thing. This is going to be a good month for you. But take care of your health. Don't run yourself to the ground, okay? That's the only thing I have to say. So for my beautiful Aquarius, like I said, if you are looking for a personal consultation, remember, this is general, right? A personal consultation will be based on your astrology chart. So do get in touch with me. Write to me. My email address is therealastrology1123@gmail.com. I'll give you all the information as to the different type of astrology consultations I do. You can pick what suits for you, and we can take it from there. From solar return charts to birth charts to career to relationships to, for children, for adolescents, for job, finances, that sort of a thing. So other than that, I'm going to say thank you so very much for watching this video, and wishing you a great month, and namaskar. So see you in the next month. Now let's move on to Pisces. Ooh, I love it. Pisces 57. What do we have for you, my beautiful Pisces? Pisces are ruled by Jupiter and what's his name? Neptune. So we have career, we have Jupiter, Sun, and Mercury. Ooh. So if you're having any business relationships, any interactions with foreign countries, foreign nationals, foreign companies, great month. Overall, great month for prosperity and success. Listen, your performance, if you're an employee, your bosses are going to take note of you. They're going to be so floored by you. And if you are a business owner or work for yourself, people who you interact with, people who you provide your service or your products to, they're going to be so impressed by you. It's really awesome. Jupiter, the Lord of Career, is going to be transiting your house of foreign land. So remember with that, there's a possibility you're going to be working with multinational corporations or working something to do with overseas, right, away from home. So you may travel, right? For some of you, you may realize that here you want to change jobs, right? So you will change jobs, but then when you change for a brief period of time, it's going to be a little bit of a setback for you, because you've already reached level 10 here and you switch jobs. You probably will go back to level 7, but it's not a big thing. It's not a step down. It's just at the learning curve with a new company. So that could be a little bit of a setback for you. I don't think you should be worried about that at all. Those who are in a business where you're exporting and importing kind of stuff, more so exporting, good month. Love, marriage, and relationships. You have Mercury, Moon, Jupiter, and Sun. Ooh. Love and romance will kind of, because of the moon over there, you're going to kind of sort of take a back seat. You have to be careful, because, if you don't take care of any little holes in the relationship, it could kind of completely disintegrate. It's going to be a little testy for you, whether you're in a committed relationship, you're married, you're dating somebody, or whatever. For those of you who have just gotten into the dating game, I'm going to say do your research about the person you're with. You will be amazed that there could be something very, very shady going on with that individual. They may say, oh yeah, I'm single, but all they'll have 10 families on the side. So be very careful. Do your background checks. That is a warning. That's a head up. Please be careful. And don't just blindly let them into your house and all that, right? They will have all that, that charm and all that stuff, but no, don't buy into it. Do your background check. I'm not saying every person is going to be like that, but just be careful. There's a little something shady going on there with the moon over there. So just be careful. Money and finance, we have Saturn, Venus, and Mars. Money is going to progress. You're going to see that, there's going to be good inflow of cash. If you're working with multinational corporations or export, import, or dealing with other countries, there's going to be good stability come in, with that money. Your contracts will go through. You'll be doing good. For those who are venturing out into real estate, this is a good time for you. But when you are selecting a property, make sure you find a property that has no legal leanings, or you know what I mean. Make sure the papers are right. Make sure the owners are who they claim. Do your due diligence. If you do that, your deal will be great. If you don't, you're going to fall flat on your face. So particularly if you're doing real estate, buying any real estate property, be it residential, commercial, whatever, even if you're buying an industrial shed, I don't care. Please make sure you do your research. Don't just blindly believe what the realtor is telling you. You do your background search also, okay? And do your work on the background of the property, who owns it, all that stuff. Or even if they say, oh no, we already got it assessed. No, you have to do your work. You have to be involved in this one. Let's talk about family dynamics. You have Mars, Saturn, and Venus here. Family, there's going to be a little bit of conflict, a little bit of disputes, a little bit of annoyance, nothing great. If you have grown children, they could cause you some stress. So just, it happens. You can't help it. It's not always going to be like that. But nothing so crazy that I'll be like, you better be careful type of thing. You may have some irritations from grown children, adult children. So health, we have Sun and Venus. There are going to be some minor issues for you as far as this month is concerned. If you do not take necessary treatment and care, it's going to get big. If any of you have an infection, right? If you get a little boo-boo and you don't cleanse the wound and make sure that you wash it in with antiseptic or whatever, do the necessary, you're going to have an infection. So be careful. Like, hangnail could also cause an infection. You know what I mean? So take care, because infections are like, on the forefront, intestinal parasites. So be careful of that this month, okay? So that's what I'm going to say for you, my beautiful Pisces. Other than that, I don't see anything else going on. Remember, these are general energies, so please take care. And if you want a personal reading, consultation, be it for your birth chart, your solar return chart, compatibility, finances, job change, career change, moving from one city to another. I do cartography as well. Let me know. I do astrology consultations for kids and adolescents as well. Write to me. the Real Astrology 1123@gmail.com. I'll give you all the information. You can make the necessary selection as to the kind of astrology consultation you want, and we'll take it from there. Having said all of that, thank you so very much for watching this video. I do appreciate you. Please do leave your comments below, and wishing you all the very best for this month. And namaskar. Bye for now.